Hello everyone. Today, the new release of the TOG, and I'm going to introduce you a deck. If you haven't reached Master Rank, you want to just get to Master Rank as soon as possible. You want a most efficient deck. This is for you. Trust me. Although because I'm working today, I only managed to play 5 games, but I get 5 straight wins. And every single game, it just amazed me in a different way, and I just realized how well their synergy actually can be. The whole deck is working around together very well. When I actually designed it before the boosters, and when I use it, it's even better than my imaginations. But I do make some small tweak here and there, and this is the current version that I'm running. Um, Before I actually go and explain the single cards, I would like to just show you some some replay. Sorry, yeah, and because it would be easier for me to explain to you about all the details and why I play so uh, in terms of replay, because if I'm thinking while I'm playing, I need to think while I'm playing, so I might have some problem of commentating. So as usual, you just mulligan everything that is not one cost. If you don't have a one cost in hand, you have 8 one cost followers now. It's really easy for you to get a one cost followers no matter you are going first or second. So as usual, play a one cost followers. 1-2 followers is still very hard to handle unless your opponent have 2 cost ward or something like that. So this is a misplay here, guys. Okay, so I should have played the bad summon, but yeah, I made a really bad misplay here by playing the 2-2. Otherwise, I should be in really good shape. So here I learned my lesson. I play the bat first. What about the aggro vamp? You want to just go wide as possible, as early turn as possible. So you just want to put in as much power on board as you can. So okay, now this is a critical moment that I would like to explain. So I'm going to pause it for a while. Our new legendary, Belfigo. I'm not really sure about her English name yet. Sorry about that. When you come into play, you draw 2 cards, and if you are not under vengeance, you just deal yourself damage until you have 10 life. Alright, the first thing is it's a 4 to cast 4/4, which is oversized. It's 1 more attack than usual followers. And what does that mean is because we can realize that most of our followers have 1 attack, and then what happens is when opponent followers in turn 4, something like Monk or Dragon Warrior or whatever, even Flora Fencer, when they try to evolve and attack into you, they will be left at 1 toughness, and then it's very easy for you to actually kill them. Not to mention that now I just triggered both of my Dark General, and they are going to deal 8 storm damage with evolve that is 12 by themselves. So this is just how well the synergy actually is, and that is not the end. To be honest, you were surprised. I think you will feel even more surprised after this. So, because you're dealing yourself a lot of damage, so you cannot just ignore your opponent followers like what Aggro used to do. So now you need to actually handle their bot a bit, and then now okay, this is a misplay again. I should have evolved the Dark General, because in this case I'll just heavily lose to another monk. But lucky enough, my opponent just don't have it. But either way, I will still lose to 3 cost followers, like the Healing Angel and the 2 cost removal, the Dark Vanish. So it's still not a very good play actually. But I already see that my opponent is just so far behind. And then yeah, the part 2, you draw 2 cards for free, and 4 costs you get a 4/4 followers. Guys, how insane that can be. As usual, clear the board, because you still need to maintain your life total. Yeah, you just try to keep the board clear and try to go wide. So now evolve, attack phase, and I just don't want to let my opponent evolve something like the El Mirage, and attack me for 5, because that will make me unable to play this. So I decided to play my 1/4 ward, which when I have vengeance, I don't need to deal any damage to myself. It's really insane. And then you can see this is one of the things that I want to say is my opponent have been killing a lot of life in this game, while I win the game in turn 8. As an aggro vampire, I still have few cards in hand, which is what I think is really amazing. And this also show you how the legend actually just improved the deck by a lot. So yeah, this will be another game that I'd like to show you as well. I think maybe I need a bit more sample size, but this is the best I can do for now. And I really think that you should just try it by yourself and then tweak it to more toward your preference. So indeed, in this turn, in this particular game, I keep the Blood Wolf, which is a very risky move because this actually decrease my chance of getting 1 cost, and I actually just pass turn 1 without anything. So but why I keep that is because I want to just maximize the damage that I can, and given that there's the high chance that opponent is going to just play something like the TP boost in turn 2, but unfortunately he's not. He's actually playing the Unico that I need to trade into. But anyway, the Blood will already do damage. Trade with Unico, totally worth the value. Opponent play the Brave Dragon. I use my Vampire to, my whites to trade. I get a free bet. This is a misplay. I should have played Vampire first. Sorry about it. Yeah, this is a very crucial 1 damage. Because I have been very busy with Rainbow Fantasy recently, so I didn't really play a lot of Shadowverse. So I do admit that I really lose touch a bit. So this is another critical turn that I also made a very critical play phase. I should have just evolved the Vampy. The reason is I'm going to deal the same damage, and I forgot about the Salamander Breath. If I remember about the Salamander Breath, I should just play Garrett, and then I evolve the Bat. So my opponent will just force to target Garrett, and then my evolve Bat will survive. But that is not the best situation though. But anyway, he's still a play maze. And then now, yeah, I make myself. This is another critical moment. I make myself Vengeance, and then what I get benefit from it. 1 cost 2/3, 1 cost 2/3. Guys, this is just how insane it can actually be. However, my opponent come with very strong ward followers, and I just don't draw my Dance of Death. So I decided to just use my evolve point and trade away with a Goblin and of course another Blood Wolf, because the 2/3 followers can survive Salamander Breath, so that is very relevant. And then I just decided to just play in everything because my Garrett can actually just protect my followers from the Salamander Breaths. So my opponent decided to play Lucifer. This should he should survive. I don't top deck anything, but unfortunately I have so many direct damage to deal that last one. So yeah, quite unfortunate for opponent. Despite having some despite having a lot of play maze, I still managed to pull it out, but it's a bit dangerous. Yeah, so if you know how to play the deck properly, especially like if I just play Vampy first, my opponent should have that, even if we play the Lucifer. So the next game we'll be playing against Elf. Yeah, by the way, this is all master rank match, and you can actually see that most of my opponents are master rank player as well. So yeah, this is a very tricky mulligan, and I just decided to keep all of them because I think it is quite worth it, because both of the 2 cost followers are just so powerful that even I play in turn 3, I still feel acceptable. And not to mention that although our 3 curve is like much lower, but it's still yeah, we still have a chance that we can just play 2 and 3 costs together. And yeah, this is a key point that instead of playing the bat, I play the 1/4 ward. Because I don't really like to play the bat before Garrett. Yeah, because I'm not really sure whether it's a OTK or they might be playing the Angelic Snipe, so I'm trying to prevent that. But actually, this is like in this current meta, I don't really think anyone is going to play that, so it is quite weird. So now this is another key point is since I'm going to deal myself damage, I don't really mind, and I just want to have as much ward as possible. So my opponent will have trouble to deal with the 1/4 because yeah, if he cannot play a 2/2 followers like just like now, they just play another fairy. You actually need to trade in one fairy for it and also one evolve point, which is really awkward for him. And then my draw, and yeah, I do admit that this is quite. My luck is very good. Yep, my luck is very good. And then I just get another 2/3 out of the deal, and then evolve the 3. 1/4 become a 3/6. 3/6 is the magical number again, just like the people playing the Sandstorm Dragon or something. Is a 1/4 2 cost followers that don't have ward. So now the followers even have ward. It just makes it so ridiculous. And unfortunately, I have 16 defense, and my opponent only have 7 cards in hand. So yeah, it is totally not enough to wipe the board. Not to mention I have Dance of Death, I have the direct damage yet. So the next game is playing against Necromancer. I do think among all the matchup, this should be the hardest. If my opponent actually play in a slightly better way, because I think I'm gonna have some premiums if I'm not wrong. So I actually able to grind out. So let's go to the game first. Not really good mulligan, but at least I have a 1 cost card against my opponent when he's going first. She's going first. So good draw. Bumpy is what I'm looking for exactly. So yeah, the Shadow Reaper is something that I'm not very prepared, so but it's still manageable because I'm just going to ignore his followers and go face anyway. So if you want to trade with me, I'm fine. And I'm quite surprised when he played this. But also in another way is this is a play miss A. I should have killed the Shadow Reaper before I do anything else. And just make it a zombie, just make it a skeleton, but I just want to rush as much damage as possible. So that is really a very bad play miss here, but you can see that I'm really applying a lot of damage to my opponent infantry, especially when opponent is actually going first, which is really insane. So yeah, so this is a very tricky moment because usually you might think that you want to just play the legend, but what I do is to wait because he's going to deal me damage anyway. So instead of playing the legend and take damage by myself, I just play something. I just play white to try to slow him down and deal him damage and to protect the Vampy at the same time. And dealing damage with Bumpy with what's effect as well. So yeah, this is quite funny that he actually attacked with 2 skeletons. So what happened is yeah, so what happened is you have a lot of skeletons and you are going to have even more. But now do you realize that you cannot kill Bumpy? Yeah. But even I don't really think he can come out from this because the next time I'm going to just attack everything and then I'm going to play the legends or I can just evolve one of the bats, so I don't think he can come out from that. So the next and the last game for today will be the Gain Reach. I don't really know why, but I just play 5 games against 5 different class. But that actually makes it a very good sample. I made a very risky play here is that I keep my legend. Yeah, you can see I actually keep my legend when I'm going first, and I have a 1-drop. The reason is because this card is just so overpowered that when you actually play it, it's like your winning percentage increased by like 10%. If you have her and without her, this is the difference. So the reason why I don't really play as much 3-drop as how we used to be now is because I can play more 1-drop because I have the very strong draw engine. So I don't mind to just play multiple cards in the same turn as early as turn 3. So this actually just it proves the curve as Aggro deck because I just go even faster. This is quite painful because I was thinking whether I should just ignore that or not, but end up I just realized that because I don't want to take the 2 damage from that followers, because you can see I still have some cards that is going to deal myself damage, so I decided to just trade in my Vampy there. It looks awkward and it is awkward. It is really awkward to be very honest, but I still think that it's worth it. So this is a very crucial turn. I might want to pause it for a while. Although it looks like it's very fast, but actually I think for quite long is that I have few choices here. I can play white, I can play the Akuma, and then I can evolve this and attack phase, and then just ignore the 5-1. He's eventually going to just trade with someone. But given that Wish is the class that have the most powerful removal and also the cheap removal spells, I just don't want to take the risk because the 6 damage is way too much. So 6 damage, right? Yeah, the 6 damage is way too much. So I just decided to just remove that and then evolve my follower to try to deal damage because I already have my general in hand, and I have another evolve point, which means that my opponent is already at 5 life, and then he bounced my evolve followers. I just feel very stupid, but nothing much I can do about that. So my opponent played out this and she didn't evolve. That just made me feel very comfortable because I know that most likely he is going to just die while holding all the evolve point, because I will just evolve Vampy and then start to build a board. Go white, as I said always, is try to go white, separate your threats, and then most of your opponent will have a very hard time to deal with. Especially in this situation, he evolved the Forbidden Researcher, but he cannot do much because the white actually replaced himself as a bat, and then he still deal 1 damage from Vampy. Oh yeah, this is my previous version with Bloody Mary, but I managed to win without her usually, so I realized that I should just take her out and then put something else. So I will talk about these changes later. So now back to the deck explanation. I really hope that I can actually change my game to English, but unfortunately it's really hard to make the changes between the 2 versions. So I'm going to still play the Japanese anyway. The one changes that I made from our last deck is actually I changed Bloody Mary to Grimnil. The reason is we do have the ability to hold until late game, especially like a lot of deck that their win con is just so slow. Even we already deal damage to ourselves until we have 10 life, they still cannot kill us. Given that our deck now, including him, we have 5 ward followers, we have quite a number of removal, and then also quite a number of storm, and with a very little of life gain. Yeah, really minimal amount of life gain, and also a huge amount of direct damage, right? So this is actually a very good followers, especially in mirror, which I think it would be popular because I really think this deck is really overpowered. So I really think it will be very popular. So this is very good in mirror. As you see just now, I had forced to use 2 of my followers to actually trade into his. So I decided to actually add this into the deck, and I'm going to try it out at one copy. And if now I feel he's very good, I might just take out all the soul mini devil. So this is the suggestion that I want to talk about. And then the vengeance is another thing that I would like to talk about. We used to play Im Lancer, which is the 3/6 storm, right? But the thing is, it's a 6 cost, and a lot of time that we just want to finish the game at turn 5. But just because of that is a 6 cost, we cannot play it. And eventually, our opponent just plays something like some life gain. So it's just like rabbit. You can see just now it's like a very brutal turn. It's just like rabbit, holy angel, and then he just gained 4 or 5 life in the same turn, and it's just very hard for us to actually come back from there. So the Dark General, if you can play your health will go in turn 4. Health will go. Okay, yeah, so in turn 4. Then she is basically a turn 5 storm with 4 attack, which is 1 more than Im Lancer. So this is why I like her very much. And the reason why I play 2 more goblins is I want to cut down my 3 cost and then increase my 1 cost card. Because with the draw power we have now, I can take the card loss from there and still be able to sustain until, like just now you see the turn 8 or maybe sometime turn 7. I still can have the enough cards of to just make a full board, and even in turn 7. So I really think this is a very good deck, and this although it's still a lot of things to tune and a lot of things to change, maybe just let me know if you have any idea about it. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you really win a lot of rank point with this deck as well. Like, subscribe the video if you enjoy it. Join our Facebook group if you're interested for like more videos in the upcoming for these particular boosters. If you have any questions, or if you have like any other decks that you would like to watch, also feel free to just comment in the video. Although I'm really busy in work recently, but I'll try to make because of the new booster is already out. I'm trying to help out if you would think that your deck have some problems as well. So it's Naki here. Really thank you for watching today, and I hope to see you guys around soon.